Dr. Rashidi here, and today my talk is how to overcome stress and anxiety. First, I talk about stress, anxiety, PTSD, and then talk about how to overcome them. Let's start with this. The turmoil of the world we cannot avoid, but disturbance of mind, its mind, we can overcome. The duties and difficulties of life claim our attention, but we can rise above all anxiety, overcoming them. Surrounded by noise, we can have a quiet mind. Involved in responsibilities, the mind can be at rest. In this time of the pandemic that has brought many difficulties for ourselves and our families, and disease and losing jobs, the point of this slide is that we can control our mind, and that's the controls coming from. I'm going to go over the stress and anxiety and how to overcome it. So let's discuss what is the stress. The stress is outcome of our interaction with the demand of the environment. So there is a stressor. The event that causing the stress is called a stressor. And our response to that is, we call it stress response. For example, you are in a traffic. The traffic is a stressor. Your response to that is a stress response, and when interaction, we call it stress. Our control is in a stress response, or we call it fight or flight response. It means you need to do something about it. The stressors are psychological or physical, and then the stress could be acute or chronic. What is acute stress? Acute stress, like having a test, moving somewhere. This is acute stress. Chronic stress is like a serious illness, like a marriage problem. These are taking weeks and months. So that is the chronic stress. Sometimes some of the stress are acute, but because of we think about it and dwell on it, it becomes chronic stress. The stress, how it affects the body. When we have a stress, there are two hormones that produce commonly. They are adrenaline, noradrenaline, and cortisol. Adrenaline and noradrenaline, after stress, the acute stress drops, the level drop. Cortisol, it takes a little time to stop. And when we have acute stress, as soon as it's finished, then the body come to the normal. But when it is a chronic stress, this effect will continue and affect the body. Some of the stress, as I mentioned before, they are acute, but because we continue thinking about it, it becomes chronic stress, like a resentment, like something happened in the past. So they have a divorce, but they continue because they don't forgive and don't let go. It becomes a chronic stress. The stress, especially chronic stress, is affect the body. It affect multiple systems in our body. It affect the brain. The people, they have a chronic stress, usually they have a problem with memory. They have a problem with the concentration. Usually the hippocampus, that is for a long-term memory, is shrink. Amygdala, that it is as the emotional centers, is enlarged. It affects the heart. The people with the chronic stress, they have a more heart disease. It affects the rest of the body. The people, they have a problem with the with their GI system. They have a irritable bowel syndrome. It affects the hormones in the body. The chronic stress has linked with so many diseases: depression, high blood pressure, heart disease. Now I talk about PTSD. What is PTSD? PTSD is a disorder in that person can have a difficulty to overcome that acute stress they went through. For example, they have been in a war, and this every time a triggers come out, they remind them of that situation, and it could happen for years and months. And some of the veterans that they come back from the war, then they start having problem at home with their family, with their children, because a trigger is called every trigger, a small trigger, what is remind them of that event happening. PTSD patients, their brain will change. Amygdala is emotional center of our brain. In the PTSD people, the amygdala will increase in size, enlarge. So it means they become more sensitive. They respond and reactive to the emotion more. Hippocampus, that it is for a long-term memory, it will shrink. So they have a problem with memory. The frontal cortex, this area we call it prefrontal. The left side, that is for rational and happiness and joy, that decrease in size, they decrease in activity, and then will cause what will happen is they have become less rational and increase activity on the right side, then they are more stressful. They will have a difficulty with their family, and there is a treatment with it, and there we can take care of it, and that's with the cognitive behavior therapy. You have to go through this one, and their brain needs to change. I have a coaching program that I work with people one-on-one, that I can help them to change their mind and change their brain and recover from the PTSD. Otherwise, the more the PTSD continue, the more changes happen in the brain, and the more difficult to treat it. Now let's talk about anxiety and anxiety disorder. Anxiety is part of the life, the normal part of it. The stress is happening in our life, it's part of the life. It could be minor stress, as I said, like you have to go to school, move to new places, interviewing. These are acute stress and may cause some anxiety. But that's normal. It will go away, and a little stress, as a matter of fact, it make increase our focus, and it's not bad. But it become problem when it become anxiety disorder, when it become panic attack. There is a feeling of worry and anxiety and fear that it is strong, that is interfere with our daily life. Some mothers, when their children go to school, they have this whole day worried something happened to their children. Or and because it become habit, even that problem we solve with the children, they becoming worried about their relationship, becoming the world. It's become a habitual things then can be treated. What are the symptoms of anxiety? Anxiety disorder affect multiple organs in our body. It's a physical, psychological, and behavioral. The physical, people, they have a heart pounding, they have a flashes, shortness of breath, sweating, headaches, dry mouth, nausea, diarrhea, muscle ache. These are the physical signs of anxiety. There are psychological problems. They are irritable, excessive worriness, impatient, feeling all the time in edge, fatigue, memory problem. These are psychological symptoms of anxiety. And then behavioral problem. They are phobic behavior, avoiding the situation that cause them stress, or they have to contact with somebody. Anxiety in a person that they could have a calm and happy life, it will turn their life around. And all the time they are worried about something. They say we have a butterfly in the stomach. Even they know they shouldn't be worried about, but that's for that person, it become worried. As I mentioned in the video, the mental world of the anxious person is completely different from the calm person. They have a different mindset. They have a different vibration. And then until that person come out of that world, they will be anxious. They are in a different, it's so much different that we call it a mental world. And I work with people, they change this mental state and come out of that. And that can be changed with a change of thoughts and change of mind. And they become to this calm world. A lot of time the calm person and the anxious person, they are in two different mindsets and they don't understand. For the person is calm, you think, why that person is anxious? It doesn't and then vice versa, and the anxious person, unless the vibration of the anxious person come higher and become calm. So we said when we respond to stress, we call it stress response. That's our control is. Stress is like a traffic. You want to go to say rain. Your husband says something, your wife, your children, your car breaks down, your finance, these are stressor. The response, because stress response. How do you respond? That's you have a control on it. What you respond to. Now, the Dr. Benson noticed that when the patient, they have a meditation, their heart rate, they drop, their mind become calmer, their blood pressure drop. So he created this name relaxation response, that it is opposite to the stress response. On a stress response, the autonomic part of the body that become activated, we call it sympathetic system, is bring the heart rate up, bring the blood pressure up, we become tense, we're ready for a fight or flight. This is stress response. But opposite the stress response is a relaxation response. In relaxation response, we can do some of the things do opposite to the stress response. It means calm ourselves down, make our mind relax, make our body relax. That you call it relaxation response. So we want to have more relaxation response than stress response. So if you remember this too, it's going to be very important for you. So what you would try is, you try to have more relaxation response and less stress response, or a different stress response, or a controlled stress response. How could you do that to activate the relaxation response? What could you do? We call it relaxation response. It means opposite to the stress response. What could you do? Calm your mind and quiet your mind. There are some of the things you can do during the day, at work, at home. You can do something that calm your mind down. The only things you can do, the person can control you. Let's say at the beginning I said, you cannot control others, but you can control your own mind. You cannot alter outside world, but you can alter inside world. It's inner work. You need to work inside your inner mind, your inside world. All the things that you will see on the screen, meditation, mindfulness, visit nature, physical activity, deep breathing, relaxation techniques, listen to music, visit or call people, go to the spiritual place, all of them, they calm the mind down. Even all those things happening outside world, but you calm yourself, you make a decision what to do. In meditation, You shut down the sensory world. You see, there is two worlds, sensory or physical world and mental world. When you are in mental world, then you response instead of react. So in meditation, you go somewhere, you're quiet, you close your eyes, you shut down the sensory, and you don't think about anything, and you calm yourself down. Mindfulness. What is mindfulness? Mindfulness is the state that you are present in the moment. You are mindful to around you. You aware your surrounding, but you are not overwhelmed, or you are not overreacting. That's the mindfulness is. A lot of people, they are worried about the future, regret about the past. It means they live in the future or in the past. They are not in the present. And in all eternity, the only times you have is this moment. The past is thus and the future have not found. What do you do in this moment, in the present moment? So that's the part, being present at the moment. There's a lot of people, they have a problem, as I mentioned, is being worried about the future or regret about the past. When we are regretting about the past, is we infected our present time. Visit nature. You see, nature is peaceful, is slow. And then when you go to nature, you should not take your cell phone, your laptop, or talk on a phone. You go there and you relax. You see surrounding. You see the trees, you see the ocean, you see whatever it is there, you be present in the nature. And then even looking at the nature through the window, it will calm the brain down. It will calm the mind down. Physical activities such as walking. Okay, well, let's say you're at home arguing with children, with a husband, and you can't get anywhere, and you are stressed at work, whatever is happening, you need to get out yourself of that situation. Go a few minutes for a walk, especially mindful walking. It means you're just present there, listen to the birds, see the leaves, feel the air, and be there. That's they call it mindful walking. Is increased activity of the left prefrontal cortex. Person feel joy, decrease the stress, you become more rational, and the cortex of brain start having more control over the amygdala, that is emotional center. Is deep breathing. When you deep breathe, especially when you focus on your breathing, you become relaxed. It's easy. You can count up to 4, inhale, and up to 4, exhale, and try to focus on your breathing. Whenever you're upset and stressed, and then you get yourself somewhere, to the bathroom, to somewhere, meeting room, or somewhere lounge, or somewhere in your room or bedroom. Just do a few deep breathing. Relaxation techniques such as yoga and stretching, they will make you relax. They calm the brain down. Listen to the favorite music, the calming music, not agitating music. Watch the old movies, the calm and happy movie. Call the people, they make you happy, your grandparents, the old people, the happy people. If you go to mosque, synagogue, church, or some other places, calm you down, go there. You see, your goal is at this stage is to calm yourself down. Your goal at this stage is not solve that problem that causes you stress, because when you are stressed, you cannot solve the problem. You make another mistake. Brain works the best when it's happy and calm. And the body heals when it's relaxed. You want to calm yourself down. And then the other things I will tell people is, you are the master of your fate. You are the captain of your soul. You decide, I want to be happy, and I do meditation, mindfulness, whatever I need to do. I want to calm myself down, and you say, I am calm. I choose peace rather than this. like Wayne Dyer saying. I choose peace rather than this. You choose peace, and that's in your control. You don't, if you wanted to correct outside world until you become calm or you become happy, never will happen. All the time something evil, stressful there is exists. It could be children, it could be parents, it could be work, it could be car, it could be anything. So but when you go inside, when you awaken your inner man or inner woman, then you will have control over your life. Not only calmness, not only happiness, your entire life. That I have a meeting on August 1st. That it's a whole day course that I talk about mind and how you see the game of life is playing in the mind, in play field of mind. A lot of people, they try to go outside, fix the things. That's temporary, it never works. You have to go inside. When you fix inside, and then inside you imagine and you work what you wanted to happen, and it become reality. This is the functional MRI from a person doing meditation or after meditation. What is showing, this is coronal view through the, you will looking through the towards the person. The gray one is brain. This area is showing activity of the brain. One of the characteristics of the people they are mindful or doing meditation is there is activity spread around the brain. Is opposite to the stress that is focused. When you are stressed, you are focused on that stressful situation. And a lot of time you think that's whole world. There's a lot of other things going, good things happening in your life. But because you are focusing on that one, your all attention in that stressful situation, you think it's all that what it is. Meditation or mindfulness, take that one away. The person mindful is aware of surrounding. That you see activity all over the brain. So far we talk about PTSD, anxiety, stress. And we wanted to have a peaceful mind. So what is a peaceful mind? A peaceful mind is a mind that stays in peace regardless of condition and stays free of effect of stress. What does it mean? It means you do not give your peaceful mind to the outside world. If you wanted to go crack your spouse, your children, your all family member, the country, the politician and everything, and then you become peaceful, there is no such a thing. Peaceful is a mind that it is at peace regarding whatever is happening on the condition. It's mind, you see, it's mind, it's mental work, is inside. A lot of people, they are at the level of the physical world. In the physical world, you react all the time. You respond to the sensory. It's a sensory world. Mental world is a higher. You go inside, and then you decide how to respond. And you decide, I want it to be peaceful. It doesn't matter what other people are saying or whatever happening. I want to be at peace. And peace of mind is one of the jewels. It's very, very important. There is a story that this king gathered all the painters to paint a calm scenery. There was different scenery from the flowers, from the gardens, different things. But there was one painting showing a little bird sitting under on the side of the mountain, under the waterfall, and it's raining, and the sky is so cloudy, and this bird sitting on her eggs or children and calm there. He chose that one because that's really peaceful mind is. You decide to stay at peace regardless is what's happening outside. So how, when we say peaceful mind or mindset, what is it? It's the thoughts. Flow of the thoughts is mind. So this is from William James, is one of my favorite philosophers and psychologists. The greatest weapon against stress is our ability to choose one thought over another. You see, the things make you stress is your thought, is your response to them, not the things. It not all depends on outside. If you change your thoughts to something else, then you become calm. It means you choose another thought. You see, we have a train of thoughts or stream of thoughts. You can choose which thought you want. You can change it. Let's say you are worried about something that you have less. But if you change your mind to what you are grateful about, then you become calm, because you say, I have this one. The only things you did, everything else is the same. You change your thoughts. You see, you cannot have a peaceful mind when you have a resentment and unforgiveness. If you wanted to be at peace and have a calm mind, you need to love others. Be kind, non-judgmental. This is from Dalai Lama. When we feel love and kindness towards others, it not only makes others feel loved and cared for, but it helps us also to develop inner happiness and peace. So when you are kind, when you are loving, you are going to be happier and calmer. You have to forgive. It doesn't matter what happened or who did. You need to forgive yourself and others. Every night, at the end of the night, before you sleep, you need to forgive yourself and others. And you go to bed and sleep. Before sleep, you need to calm yourself down and stay happy. Never go fall asleep when you're angry, upset, worried, sad, because whole night they go to your subconscious mind. When you wake up in the morning, is a new day. You need let the past go. And then you start new day. Every day is a new beginning. Buddha said that. You do not want to reinfect the new day with the old things happened in the past. You see, if you are regretful, if you are thinking about the past, if you are thinking about yesterday, what you did wrong or others, then your day again is going to be the same. You infected your day. As Tony Robbins said, the past is not equal to future. What you did until a minute ago or a second ago, now what you do is important. Because then you say, I am happy, I am calm, I am successful, whatever you wanted to say. I am now. In the past, whatever it was, somebody told you or you were even, it doesn't matter. Now you decide at this moment, I am conscious of being happy. Your consciousness there, I am happy now. And then as long as you're conscious of being something, you say, I am this. When you believe in it and you feel it, you are going to be that. And it will show up in your life. So forgive. Do not let the past go. Whatever is happened in the past. The worst happened, something happened. Some people, something happened in there 10 years ago, but still keeping them with themselves. You need to let go of that for your own sake. Now, after you calm down and relax, and you see something happening in your life over and over and causing stress, like a relationship, family, children, your health, finances, then you go sit and say, okay, what should I do? Like something's causing stress in your life. Let's say you may not have a good communication with your spouse. You may need to save more money. You may need to talk to the children differently. So that's, you go take care of the stressful situation. You take care of the stressor, the things causing you stress. Not only you choose how to respond to it, but you to see, is there anything I can do to change this situation? Instead of blaming others. You see, you need to take your mind from the blame, yourself or others, or the problem. You go think about a solution. You see, your desire is your solution to your problem. So you say, what is the solution here? Not who did what, that doesn't help. Say the solution is this. Then you think about it, and then when you, as long as you think about a problem, you cannot come with an idea with a solution. You go start thinking about a solution, about what you want. So okay, we have this issue right now, but I want this. Okay, what should I do? Then your mind start working and find the way to solve that problem. It is a conscious decision. You see, this is from Carl Jung. Because nerves that wire together, the ability to skillfully direct one's attention is fundamental way to shape one's brain and life over time. You see, you need to see what is you pay attention to, what you imagine, what is your self-talk is. As long as you're doing it like the past, it will be the same. Unless you change your attention and you make a conscious decision. You see, mind has two parts, or we can say three parts. Consciousness, conscious mind, subconscious mind, and unconscious mind. Conscious mind, what I am thinking and talking to you right now. Subconscious is my memories, habit, and unconscious are the area that controlling heart, blood pressure. Those are area. They are usually in lower the pons. So what we could do now is this. So now, the first thing you have to control your conscious mind. You can then send it to your subconscious. But conscious mind, at this time, at this moment, I will say, I am happy. I am calm. And then put my attention to that and start imagining what a happy person or a calm person does. That's what I'm doing. That's the Carl Jung is saying. Practice daily. This is from William James. Every good that is worth possessing must be paid for in a stroke of daily effort. Whatever you want to do, you need to do daily, repeat it, and then it become you. So when you want it to become, let's say we are talking about calmness, let's say you're stressed and anxious, what you want it to do from this moment. First, start in your imagination. First, put your consciousness to say, I am calm. I want to be calm. I choose peace. It means when you say I am, it means you have the power. You need to remember you are master of your life. You can control it. You are right now, it doesn't matter what happening, you can say I am calm. You don't need any permission of anybody, of your past or present, or even they said, well, it doesn't look like what. Say I am calm. When you said that, you become conscious of being calm. Then you need to start using your imagination. Then when you're becoming conscious of calm, start thinking, imagine your wish fulfilled. Imagine that you are calm and happy. Imagine you're calm with your family, with your children, and you go around and all this peaceful stuff you're doing. None of those worries that you had in the past, you don't have them anymore. And start imagining what would you do. Imagine you are at calm and sitting and laughing and talk to your family and relax and have a good night's sleep. and you wake up and start doing this. That's the imagination. If you do it long time in imagination and you believe in it, it become you. You see, imagination and faith is the secret. These are all mental work. And then if you want to, this is go to your subconscious mind. If you repeat it, and especially auto-suggestion. Auto-suggestion is repeat to yourself the way you want to be. I am calm. Just go put your shoes on and go around, walk, close your eyes in nature, or sit in a room, or lie down, it doesn't matter. I am calm. I am calm. I am peaceful. Just this sentence. It may not, if in the beginning you may not believe it, but over time, you go to your subconscious mind. You see, subconscious mind is impersonal. It cannot reject. Whatever you give it is going to accept it, and when you accept it, it's going to express in your life. What impress on subconscious mind, express in your life. It will happen. That's your subconscious does. So what you wanted to do is, you want to be sure you say positive things about yourself. Good things. I am calm. I am. So when you say I am calm over and over, it will go to your subconscious and you start calm. And you wanted to practice it, what you are doing. Just when you don't want practice and start arguing over the simple things that it's not important. You see, this is the mental work. This is the work I do with people. I do coaching with people. You see, each person, you need to sit them and talk to them. What is causing them stress? What is causing them anxious? And then when you talk to them, then you can identify what's going on and change them. We have to go to the inner world. You have to go to mental world. It's a different level. And then when you do that, you're going to be happier, you're going to be calmer, you're going to take less medication or no medication, and your whole life will change. It has to come from thought world and mental world. I talk about these things in briefly. If you go to my website, mindinmedicine.com, I have blogs that you can look at it. I have multiple products. Like my books is there. It has 7 chapters. One chapter is about peacefulness. One chapter is about brain. One chapter is about mind. How our thoughts affect our health. I have a workbook there. All of them right now 25% off. Saturday, August 1st, I have a whole day course about how the mind works, imagination, how affect our body. You can register for that. I have an online course, 7 sessions, that I discuss all these things, and you can get them. A coach, one by one. You on Zoom or Skype, or if situation get better in person, I will talk to people if they wanted to change, if they wanted to change habit, lose weight, if they wanted to recover from addiction, if they want to recover from PTSD, depression, anxiety, stress. You see, I'm a neurosurgeon, so I was looking at all these things through the neuroscience. But then when I study thoughts and mind and old wisdom, I noticed if we wanted to change the person, if we wanted to have a control over life, it needs to come from mental world. We need to go inside. And that's I show people what the mental world is, what the mind is, and how you can change. And when you change, when you recover from alcohol, from anything, addiction, you become a different person. You live in a different world. You believe yourself at the different things. I hope you enjoy it. I will check other side to see if there is any question or something. So I have a good day. Hope you